March in DC Legends looks like it's gonna be awesome. I am so happy. This is the month I started my free-to-play account. This is not supposed to be happening right now. I'm not supposed to be doing this video right now. It doesn't even matter. Let's just get right into it.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, Uncribby here, and this is a DC Legends video, a special DC Legends video, because normally I drop on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but today I'm literally doing this video now and then just uploading it as soon as I can, so I gotta be as clean as possible so I don't have to edit anything out. But I'm excited for this announcement. I'm even upset about this announcement because I had already recorded my 2 videos for the week, and then I had one more. By the way, a little announcement coming after at the end of the video, and I had one more video that I had to do and I was all set. And then this announcement came out literally 14 minutes after I was done recording. And I was like, well, great. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go through the March announcement, how I think it's gonna affect the game, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Knowing that, and you know that I've done this because I had to sacrifice some things. It's a Sunday and supposed to be having a good Sunday. Had a nice Sunday drive with my lady and all that jazz. And now I'm like, okay, can I record for YouTube? I'm gonna pay for that later tonight. Problems. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and just hop right into it. Hopefully everything goes out clean. Oh yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. I don't have to edit nothing. So March is almost here. In DC Legends with Punchline, Alexis K, and Talon William Cobb. I'm a huge Talon fan. I was looking for him to be in the game. In fact, I think I even did a video of top 5 tunes that should be in the game, and I think Talon was. If he wasn't on top of the list, I know he was on the list at least, and so I'm happy he's in there. Love Night of the Court of the Owls, Night of the Owls. Gonna reread it. Actually, I said that last time. I'm gonna reread it. Absolutely love him. Punchline, Harley Quinn to go. Anyway, reworked is Hush and Talia al Ghul. This is like Talia's second rework, no? Because didn't she just have one last year or the year before? Or has 2020 really screwed me up that bad? Anyway, so getting straight into it. Punchline, Alexis K. Alexis K felt the greatest contribution she could make to the world was to aid the Joker in his search for chaos. Her twisted determination earned her a position as his new right-hand woman. I may not like Harley Quinn in the game, but Harley Quinn is she was invented by the cartoon that made me fall in love with Batman. Batman animated series, 1991. They actually created Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn became the Joker's girlfriend. Now she has her whole own career. She's flourishing. She's living her best life. And then Joker gonna go ahead and get somebody named Punchline. Anyway, toxic relationship, damage and apply. Oh, and fair warning, I did read Punchline and Talon's kits, but not thoroughly, so I don't really know. And I did not read the reworks for Talia or for Hush, so you'll get my first reactions to those. Toxic relationship, damage and apply 3 disease on a single target. Legendary also gain 3 mins. That seems like a solid legendary, and I love disease. I love the disease mechanic. So first thoughts is just running her with Man Bat or Ra's al Ghul to get as much disease on the opposing team as possible. However, looking at her stats, I'd have to figure out if she was tanky enough to survive, or should you run her with a certain kind of taunter. XOXO, heavy damage, gain invisibility, legendary, 50% chance to gain 3 empowered stamina ups, so that makes her pretty tanky, I guess harder to kill, on a random ally. Okay, change that. Who's injured below, whose health is below 60% of their total HP. Wait, what? That's a very weird. So whose health is below 60%. Okay. There's a whole lot of ifs and thens there. I don't like that legendary point. That as far as legendary points, I don't know what's going to be first, but I know that one's going to be last. Explosive reaction, damage and apply buff immunity to all enemies. Very Star Sapphire of her. Apply Doom on a random enemy. Doom has really worked his way out of the game with his many tunes that purge debuffs off themselves, at least in the end game of DC Legends. So I mean, I guess that's okay, but nothing to write home about. That's a legendary point I'm not really too excited about either. Friendly Fire. When an ally is hit, 70% chance to apply 3 diseases that ignores immunities on the attacker, which I love. That I do love. Sip of coffee. That I do love, because basically Terra and, well, Green Lantern as well, but they kind of pushed Ra's al Ghul out of the game And so his best attribute, the thing he does the best, isn't even really relevant because you can't really use it. So I like the fact that it ignores immunities, and I would like to see more debuffs, not all, but a lot, 25% of them, that would ignore immunities. Mercury retrograde. Oh, legendary point also apply buff immunity. Okay. Mercury retrograde. If an enemy has disease, apply 2 strength downs at the start of the enemy's turn. Legendary start battle with invisibility and empowered stamina up. But she's giving, okay. So on the legendary point for XOXO, or on the regular, damage to enemy, 50% chance to apply 3. So she's not giving herself empowered strength ups except for 1 time at the start of battle, if I'm reading that correctly. That seems kind of like so. Then looking at her stats, she seems bang average in terms of stats. She's pretty fast. She's relatively quick, but probably still like below the top 20. Crit value, crit damage. Agility is okay. Yeah, she doesn't strike me as squishy or as tanky either. Her kit seems okay. I like the ignoring the debuff immunity on that 1A3, but other than that, I'm not too thrilled, if I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm not too thrilled. Now, Talon. William Cobb is one of the Talons, formidable and skilled assassins trained by the mysterious Court of Owls. He is the great-grandfather of Dick Grayson and the first man... Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot about the whole thing. And the first man sent by the court to kill Batman. So, Talon of the Owls. Damage to an enemy, 50% plus 50% damage if the enemy is from the Bat family, which is kind of like a cool little thing to put in there. And not have it make it a legendary point or anything. Just kind of a cool extra added in there to kind of stick to the comic books. Applies 3 bleeds. Legendary, if Talon has true sight, executes Talon of Owls once more. Okay. If he has true sight. Let's keep going. Damage to a single enemy on the slashing die. Damage to a single enemy applies 5 agility down, 2 turns. Legendary, if the target is bleeding, deals 5% true damage per bleed, max 10. So 50% true damage. That's boss. I like that a lot. But then again, at this, it's the same thing that goes with that debuff immunity. Like, if you know you're running into a Terra, which she's all over the place, or a Green Lantern, it's kind of hard to get that going. Flurry of Knives. Heavy damage to an enemy. Apply 4 bleeds. 3 turns each. It's a pretty long time for bleeds. Purge all immunities before damage. I like that. But this is heavy. Oh, to all enemies. I did not realize that when I first read it. So that means that he'll be purging all the debuff immunity from Terra on his opening move. That kind of neuters Terra, right? Right? Yo, I like that. That just made Talon beastly. I'm a fan. I am a fan. Yo. Good luck. All right, so Electrum in Blood. Gain 30% true heal at the start of his turn. Gain 3 mins at the start of his turn. Like every turn? Whenever Talon reaches 0 HP, 30% chance plus 15% per bleeding enemy. So that's another 60%. So 90% chance if all the enemies are bleeding to gain a 30% true heal. I like that. I like Talon a lot right now. Court Tactics. 70% chance to gain 1 true sight at the start of his turn. Fair enough. Now that's where the true sight's coming in to set off the rest of his kit. Or you could run him with Red Robin. If an enemy or you could run him with Riddler, although Riddler doesn't get to really choose. If any enemy bleeding enemy attacks. What I don't know what happened. That's my I just suddenly forgot how to read. If any bleeding enemy attacks, 75% chance to execute the Talon of the Owls against the attacker, which would then attack twice if he has a true sight. If Talon has true sight, purge 4 buffs on the bleeding attacker. So he sets up everything for bleeds by removing the debuff immunity, and he just goes crazy making everybody bleed. I'm in love. Like, I love bleeds and disease as debuffs to begin with. His stats, he doesn't look remarkably tanky. His HP pool is low. It's low. That's okay. His HP pool is low. That's why he needs all those mins. That's why he needs all that healing, because he's squishy as all get out. He's not exactly fast either. He's pretty slow. Well, no, he's about the same as what Punchline was, but then Punchline wasn't exactly fast either. I still would say they're outside the top 20. I'll check DC Legends Toolkit for that back when I get around to it. Here's a question, though. With as much as I like Talon, I usually just wait till after Siege, and I did this chase for Naomi, and I might do it again for Talon, but part of me feels like, should I just buy the kits? Like buy the frags? I mean, I'll think on it. No, I'll think on it. Let me see. Let me see how much. Let's see how much I earned this month. I don't know. I mean, all right. So Hush. Let me stop. Let me hurry up. All right. So here we go. Hush. Holding a grudge against Bruce Wayne, Hush has focused all his wit and cunning to bring down the Caped Crusader. Precise scalpel incision, damage to an enemy, apply silence to the target. Legendary, gain 3 minutes and light overheal. So that's just applies damage to target. Okay, sure. King's Gambit, 80% chance to gain 3 awareness. Hush uses precise scalpel incision on the target. 70% chance to use precise scalpel incision twice. Then force an enemy to attack Hush. Legendary, gain debuff immunity before the enemy attack. So that's not much of a that's not any difference. But I always thought Hush wasn't that bad. Just there was no space for him in using him in game. Hush, little baby, heavy damage. That's kind of patronizing. Heavy damage to an enemy. Apply an extended silence 2 turns on the target. It depends on how. I mean, I hate when they say heavy damage because they said the same thing about Jesse Quick having heavy damage, and she doesn't have heavy damage until she's like all the way ramped up. Legendary, gain 100% turn meter if the target is killed. I mean, it better be really heavy then. But as we already had the discussion, Reds can't one-shot Mystics apparently. Revel in their demise. All Hush's attacks deal 50% additional damage to targets that are silenced. Okay. Legendary, gain invisibility for 2 turns after using King's Gambit. Speedy counter. If any ally is attacked by a silenced enemy, counterattack with precision scalpel. Okay, I'm a fan, I guess. Legendary, gain permanent strength ups always each time an enemy dies. So just 1 permanent strength up each time an enemy dies. I mean, I guess that make them good on it, like versus revive teams, but 1 and that can be purged too. Okay, whatever. I mean, that is like one of the most. I don't know if you guys know basketball, but that's one of those like James Harden defenses. Like, did you even try on this rework? Sorry, I'm not a fan. All right, let's go to Talia. All right, so a cunning assassin that will stop at nothing to achieve her goals, even if that means sacrificing the ones she loves. Leg sweep, damage to an enemy, gain 4 evasion ups, and purge 2 buffs. Okay, so she gains 4, and then she purges 2 buffs from the enemy, I'm guessing. Okay, so then legendary, 100% additional damage if target is bleeding. Okay, sure. Precision shot. There's a lot of precision going on in these kits. Damage to an enemy and apply 5 bleeds for 3 turns. Apply additional bleed for 3 turns if Talia has 1 evasion up. Legendary, always steal buffs from target. Always steal 2 buffs from target. I've gotten into liking the stealing the buffs thing. I do like that. Although I like it most on Deadman because he steals it and then gives it to everybody, not just to himself. Hemorrhage. When an attack misses Talia, apply 2 bleeds to the attacker. Also gain 50% turn meter. Legendary, 50% chance to apply 3 bleeds 3 turns to an enemy each time they get a buff on their turn. When an attack misses, okay, then so it's 2 bleeds on the attacker if they don't have debuff immunity. Also gain 50% turn meter. There's a plus. Didn't Adam have that as well? A legendary, 50% chance to apply 3 bleeds to an enemy each time they get a buff on their turn. I like that, but it's still like I need a. Well, let me see what the next one. Because what I would want to see is all her debuffs ignore immunities kind of legendary point. Let's see if I get it. 75% on Blood Scent, 75% chance to gain 2 evasion ups each time Talia applies 1 or more bleeds to an enemy. Legendary, at the end of an enemy's turn, if they have 8+ buffs, execute Blade Dance. Okay, well that's great. I mean, now with Talon and what he can do in terms of removing all those immunities from an entire team, I mean, you can run Talia with him and and they can both just start bleeding people out. Have Red Hood there. Love some Red Hood. We can have him there. Cassandra Cain, love some Cassandra Cain. You can have Chemo as your taunter. He also applies bleeds. You have Bizarro as a taunter. He also applies bleeds. Run Roz at lead, and then you can do bleeds and disease. Like it looks like with Talon's going to be the key to me unlocking a whole lot of stuff that I've wanted to do in the game but can't because of debuff immunity. And so now I'm really tempted to get his packs. All right, so those are the kits. If I'm looking at it, Talia and Hush, I mean C is what they're looking like to me, honestly. Like not too much has changed. Like if this was what they were going to do for the reworks, then they could have just worked on the bugs and left the reworks alone. Talon might be S tier, at least A, and Punchline looks like a solid C plus, B minus. So that's my view on them. Let's go through the events, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it a video before my significant other decides to hit me in the head with a shoe. All right, so let's see. PvP bonuses. Talia al Ghul speak. I love Talia al Ghul as a lead. He's so much fun to play with. The debuff immunity, bruh. Like, if I could run Talia al Ghul with Talon, then we're looking at something. Then Wraith rewards are going to be Talia, Batman, Jace Fox, which I started using Jace Fox a little bit more. He's not bad. I think I was a little bit too harsh on him. He's okay. He's okay. Hush, and then Naomi McDuffie. I'm going to get her frags today and then go ahead and take her 70-11, have that video out there for you guys. And then March, the two showdowns are Man-Bat. He does, like Man-Bat does do disease well, though, too. And if I'm running him with Talon, I'm already thinking about, I might just have to get Talon's packs. How much are they? They're expensive, aren't they? All right, the board clear. Superwoman. I'm going to do a video on Superwoman because she's a board clear. All you early and mid-game players care more about clearing your board than your rank at Man-Bat. Trust me on that one. Get as many Superwoman frags as you can. You do not give a damn about that end of showdown reward with Man-Bat. If you get some frags, cool. Clear your boards, get Superwoman, period. That will help you out in raids so much. You have no idea. Did a whole video about it. Trust. Look at the top 10 physicals list that I did with Dr. Zabaro, where we both put her down purely because of raid. You get so many resources from raid, and if she's there and available and you can get her frags and get her to a reasonable level, then raids will unlock for you, and then you will be able to get so many more resources. Anyway, you have an energy blitz, you have a female blitz. Okay, cool. Then for the siege, the bonus tunes are Talia, who I have 70-11, Hush. I have Spoiler, I have 70-11, but I haven't. I think I have her like R4. I haven't even taken her legendary yet, but I'll do that now. General Zod, I do have 70. All right, so I have all of these 70-11 except for Punchline and Talon, and I might just get Talon enough frags to take Talon L1 and then just work with him then, because I really want to be able to remove all those positive immunities. All right, so and then the 10-day challenge, of course, is Punchline. Boo. Why don't you make Talon a freebie tune? Then Arsenal is the 6-day challenge. I did a video on Arsenal. He's going to come out soon. And then Catwoman. I just did a video talking about Catwoman. She's on my list of the 10 underrated tunes that I did that's going to come out. Well, it might come out this week. It might be later. I have so much stuff I have to put out. I didn't want to put that list behind, but the top 10 underrated tunes, it might have to be put on hold. And apparently she's going to be available from March 26th to March 1st, 2023. Whatever. So yeah, Catwoman's underrated to me. She really is. She really, really is. And then going into the Black Lantern, I want this skin so bad. I just wish Aqualad didn't suck in the game. I want that skin so bad. It's awesome. And then I also want this skin, Earth Hawk Girl Earth 2. Shout out Black History Month. I really, really want this skin, and I do use Hawk Girl a lot, but I don't know if I want to spend gems on that though. But I kind of have to, don't I? I kind of have to. I might have to. All right, so that is March. I'm excited about Talon. The other tunes, they can miss me. I'm excited about Talon. That's who I want. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and rank up and take care of ringing out my spoiler right now. Naomi, I'm going to do that for as well tonight or tomorrow morning. But I cannot wait. Absolutely can't wait. So this is going to be real rough and dirty. So I'm going to go ahead and put it out now. But also, on top of all that, for those of you who know, I was able to finally figure it out. There's this weird thing in the Google Play Store where they auto sign in, and you have to go to like Play Games app to tell it to not to automatically sign in. Then you can change your emails. But I was worried that once you did that, you would lose your progress, but I didn't lose my progress. I still have my game, and now the free-to-play account is officially started. I've already got ideas about stuff that I've already been doing today that I'm gonna show you. That's gonna be like, yo. I'm like, it made me so happy. It made me really, really, really happy. So free to play account. That content's gonna be released this week. So I got so much stuff I got to do. Damn. Like, damn though. Anyway, so happy about March. Happy about Talon, especially. Look at Arsenal's frags. Go after Superwoman. My free to play series is coming Wednesday. Wednesday will be the first episode of that. Arsenal, his video's coming out tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. Also be on the lookout for the top 10 underrated tunes. Maybe at the end, on Friday, but I might have to push that back. I don't know what to tell you. So also merch, check it out down below. Patreon, check it out down below. IG, I have done a couple of mailbags on IG right now. So go check Insta for those of you in Switzerland. Go check the gram for those of you in the US. I answer a lot of your questions there. So now, thank you guys for watching. I drop these legend videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe, hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. See you guys next time.